invention of wheel had revolutionized the life of man. It is often hailed as one of the most important inventions of man. In this video, I am going to establish the historical person who first invented the wheel. Yes, I am going to pinpoint the individual who invented the wheel. Come, let's take this exciting journey of finding that individual. The proper etymology of wheel and chakra are discussed in the video titled Chakra, the Tamil word, published a few years ago. It is a must watch for you and kindly watch it. When we think of wheel, Buddhism can't escape our attention. Principles of Buddhism are best symbolized by Dharma Chakra. Dharma Chakra is an 8-spokes wheel, each of the spokes representing one of the eightfold paths of Buddhism. From this, we find that chakra is an ancient word for wheel. How was chakra named? At plus karam, atkaram, satkaram, sakkaram, sakkara, chakra, where attu means 8 and the Tamil word karam means arm in English, which represents a single spoke. Hence, the very name chakra originated from the fact that the original chakra had 8 spokes. The fact that the original chakra had 8 spokes is established by the fact that the Dharma Chakra also has 8 spokes. Dharma Chakra has 8 spokes not because of the eightfold paths of Buddhism. On the other hand, the eightfold paths of Buddhism were made up to match the number of spokes that the original wheel had. Please don't be amused. This is due to the fact that the inventor of chakra is intimately connected to Buddhism. This relationship shall be surmised through the term Sakya Muni Buddha. Buddha got this name as he originated from Sakya clan. How did the Sakya clan get its name? Sakya clan is living in the Nepal region. This clan got its name from Indran, who was also called Sakkaran. The Sakya clan can't pronounce the sound R, and hence Indran was pronounced as Saka by these people instead of Sakkaran. This shall be substantiated by the fact that Buddha Dharma is pronounced by these people as Buddha Dhamma, omitting the R sound. Hence, these people were the descendants of Indran, known also as Sakkaran. We have etymologically proved already that the word Sakkaram originally represented 8 spokes wheel, and hence Sakkaran should have been the title name of the person who invented the wheel, and as Indran is Sakkaran, he is likely to have invented wheel. Apart from his name originating from Sakkaram, we shall conclusively prove shortly that Indran is indeed related to the wheel. Who is Indiran? This is an all-important question. Indiran is the god of the skies and said to live and preside over Svarkaloka, which lies among the clouds. It is the ages-old tradition which believes that Svarkaloka, that is, the heaven, exists in the skies. But why should it be associated with the clouds, and why should Indran be associated with it? This shall be surmised from the etymological origin of the word Indiran. Indiran is a short form of the word Aindiran. Aindiram refers to the Panchama Siddhigal that the ancient Siddhas possessed, and the historical first person who mastered all of these 5-fold Siddhis was given the title as Aindira Siddhan. This title name deformed to yield Indrajit. Aindira Siddhan, Indra Siddha, Indra Siddh, Indrajit, Indrajit. But Indrajit is the son of Ravanan, the well-known king of ancient Lanka. We know very well that Ravanan was a great Siddha who did penance, and it is very likely that his son too was a Siddha. Being a Siddha, he mastered the coveted 5-fold Siddhis called Aindiram, and hence was called Aindira Siddhan, which yielded the title name Indrajit. Indrajit referred to the Siddha prince, a human, and Indran was his name after he attained Nirvana. Let me repeat. Indrajit referred to the Siddha prince, a human, and Indran was his name after he attained Nirvana. Hence, God Indra's name when he was a human Siddha was Indrajit. Thus, Indrajit and Indran were one and the same personalities. Though Indrajit and Indran refers to the same historical personage, the Brahmins depicted that Indra and Indrajit represented 2 different personalities opposed to each other in order to destroy the history of Indra. I had already published a detailed video on Indran with the title The True Identity of Indra, the Sky God. The fact that Indra and Indrajit refer to the same personalities shall be surmised from the fact that both Indran and Indrajit were related to the clouds. Indran is called Meghavaganan, meaning the one who is riding over the clouds, and Indrajit was called Meghanathan, meaning the king of the clouds. Indrajit was associated with the clouds because he rose above the clouds, utilizing one of the Panchama Siddhigal called Lehimam. As Indrajit often rose above the clouds, he could forewarn his subjects on impending storms and rains. Hence, when Indrajit attained nirvana, thus becoming a god, he was called the god of rain and was associated with the lightning and thunder. According to Tamil's philosophy, a god is nothing but a Siddha who attained nirvana, and that's why there are many gods for Tamils like Shiva, Muruga, Indra, Vishnu, etc. As Indrajit was a prince of ancient Lankans, and as he became Indra, the rain god, after his nirvana, and as rain is the essential natural resource for agriculture, the ancient agriculture clan of Lanka were called after Indran as Deva Indra Kula Velalar, that is, Devendra Kula Velalar, otherwise called as Mallas and Pallas. The fact that the Devendra Kula Velalar's original homeland was ancient Lanka, it proves that Indran belonged to ancient Lanka, the land of Ravana. The fact that Indran hailed from Tamil Asivaka tradition is illustrated by the fact that he is given a white elephant as his vehicle. Elephant is the symbol of Asivagam, and the white elephant symbolizes the highest seat of Asivagam. As Indran achieved the phenomenal feat of flying in the sky, utilizing one of the Panchama Siddhigal called Lehimam, and he being the first person to have mastered all of the Panchama Siddhigal, he was awarded white elephant as his vehicle, signifying that Indran was the highest Siddha of Asivagam. The other two symbols of Asivagam are lotus and peepal tree. Lotus and elephant were introduced as symbols of Asivagam by Murugan, while the peepal tree was introduced in the times of Vishnu. Apart from mastering the Panchama Siddhigal, the five mystical powers known as Ahindiram, Indran is also known for the invention of wheel called Sakkaram in Tamil. Hence, Indran is also known as Sakkaran or Saka, a title name which preserves the historical fact that Indran invented wheel. There is another traditional information passed down through ages proving independently that Indrajit invented wheel. Indrajit is known as Adi Maharadi class warrior ever born on earth. Adi means ancient, Maha means great, Radham means chariot. Radhi means the rider of the chariot. From this title, it is very clear that the most ancient person who rode the chariot is Indrajit and hence called Adi Maharadi. The Radham was the most ancient word for chariot. Earlier to Indran, people used to drag objects to relocate them. After the invention of Chakra, the objects were loaded onto the chariots, which, instead of being dragged, rolled over the earth using its chakra. The Tamil word Uruldam means the one that rolls over. Hence, the ancient chariot was named as Uruldam, which deformed to yield Radham. Uruldam, Urudam, Rudam, Radham. Hence, Radham means chariot. Radham is a Tamil word and its Sanskrit equivalent is Rath. Not only that Indrajit, the son of Ravana, was called Adi Maharadi, thus associated with the chariot, it was Indran, the sky god, who provided his chariot to Rama, who was fighting like a foot soldier. It is claimed in Sanskrit Ramayana that Ravanan was fighting from his chariot while Rama was fighting back like a foot soldier. Considering the unequal status, Indran is said to have provided his celestial chariot to Rama. While I have proved that Indran and Indrajit were one and the same personality, how can Indran provide chariot to his enemy Rama? In fact, God Indran and Indrajit did not coexist at any point of time. Only after Indrajit attained nirvana that he became the sky god Indra. Hence, during Ramayana, the god Indra never existed. Hence, Indra could not have given any chariot to Rama. Thus, Sanskrit Ramayana was a fraudulent version of Ramayana and the original version was written in Tamil. But Sanskrit Ramayana agrees to the historical fact that Indra was related to Ratham and the fact that Ravanan was fighting from his Ratham. These are the facts that even Sanskrit Ramayana could not deny. God Indra had Ratham and God Indra is known by the title name Sakra. The one who invents Chakra would obviously invent the chariot too. Thus, the fact that both Indra and Indrajit are traditionally known for the chariot called Ratham and they being one and the same personality, it proves that Indrajit was the inventor of wheel and the chariot. The fact that rain god Indran is also the inventor of wheel is preserved in Mayan civilization through the respective name of Indran. The Mayan rain god, who wields lightning and thunder as his weapons, is called Chak, the deformed form of Sakkaran, that is Saka. The fact that the rain god of Mayans, the Chak, who wields lightning and thunder as his weapons, is nothing but Indiran, can be established by the portrayal of Chak. Chak is portrayed with the elephant's trunk-like nose, symbolizing his association with the elephant. Like Vishnu of Tamil's Asivagam is portrayed as Kukulkan in Mayan mythology, Indiran or Saka of Asivagam is portrayed as Chak in Mayan mythology. The association of white elephant with Indran is preserved in Chak mythology by depicting the nose of Chak like that of elephant's trunk. Hence, it is doubly clear that Indran is known as Sakkaran and is also preserved in Svetambara Jaina tradition, which calls Indra as Sakra. Hence, we have proved beyond doubt that it was Indrajit who invented the wheel and the chariot. The ancient names of chariot are Ratham and Vandi. I have already established the etymological origin of Ratham. Vandi was called so as it comes when pulled. The thing that comes is called Vandi, which deformed to Vandi. As Deva Indra Kula Velalar used the Vandi invented by Indra for agricultural purposes, the Devendra Kula Velalar were called Pandya, a deformed word from Vandya, meaning people of cart. Hence, the Pandyan dynasty starts from Ravanan family from the times of Ramayana. I repeat, the Pandyan dynasty starts from Ravanan family from the times of Ramayana. As the Pandyas were seafaring people, they had fish as their emblem. Have you ever wondered why there are two fishes in the emblem of Pandyas? One fish represents Ravanan and the other fish represents Indran, the son of Ravanan, who invented the wheel and hence led to the emergence of Pandya dynasty. This is established beyond doubt through Pisces zodiac, which is twin fish, which unmistakably represents Ravanan and Indran. Obviously, emblem of Pandya is twin fish. I had stated that Sakya clan originated from Indran, who was called Saka. It was the Sakya clan which yielded Sakyamuni Buddha. They should have migrated from ancient Lanka through the present-day Calcutta and finally settled in Nepal region. Their ancient capital was Kapilavastu. The Sakya clan is a proud Kshatriya clan as it originated from the Pandya dynasty of Lanka. A section of Pandya dynasty might have moved to Ganga Delta region for cultivating rice and it might have happened a few thousand years ago. These people should have then migrated to Kapilavastu region. As they were Pandyas, they could have called themselves proudly after Indran, called as Saka, and hence they are called Sakya clan. It is from this clan that Buddha evolved. The fact that Buddha's mother Maya Devi during her pregnancy had a dream in which a white elephant gave her a white lotus and then settled into her womb proves her clan's relationship with Indra. That is, Maya Devi is a descendant of Lankan Indrajit. The association of Sakya clan with Indran and hence Buddhism with Indran shall also be proven by the fact till recent times Buddhist monks were levitating in the air. There are evidences to prove that Buddhist monks used to levitate about 150 feet from the ground about 100 years ago. Thus, Indran is intimately associated with Buddhism and he is considered to be the protector of Buddha, the Sakyamuni Buddha. This invariably proves that Buddha was a descendant of Lankan Tamils, Ravanan and Indran. I had already published a video titled Buddhism, a Tamil's Contribution. Mahasammada, that is, the Great Elect, was the first monarch of the world according to Buddhist tradition. He was the founder of the Sakya dynasty to which historical Buddha belonged. He was the king in the beginning of the world in Jambudvipa, the only habitable continent on earth, otherwise called as Kumari continent. There are various historical facts, literature, poetry, and cultural practices found in Sri Lanka on Mahasammada dynasty. Hence, Sakya clan's origin from Lanka is very obvious. However, contrary to their belief, it was not the mythical Mahasammada who initiated Sakya dynasty, but Indran, son of Ravana, known as Saka. The mythical Mahasammada could be the Siva who belonged to the Jambudvipa, known as Kumari continent. Existence of the word Mahasammada proves that ancient kings of Tamils were Siddha, who were elected by consensus among Siddha community, adjudged by the contributions that the nominees made for the humanity. That's why the ancient kings were called Mahasammada, that is Mahasammadam, a Tamil word, as they were chosen by consent. That's why Tamil gods are called Andava, meaning ancient rulers. In Buddhism, Indran is popularly known by the name Sakra or Saka, as the Gangan agriculturist considered his invention of Sakkaram as revolutionary. That might explain the Buddhist Dharma being fashioned out of Chakra, the 8 spokes Dharma Chakra, the original chakra that Indran invented. We know that Indra drank Soma to help secrete DMT in order to attain enlightenment. Based on this fact, Japanese Buddhists called their liquor as sake, naming it after Indran, the Saka who drank Soma. Accordingly, Indran is called in Japan as Tai Shakuten, who is obviously sitting on an elephant. Interestingly, the Sakya people's calendar was called Saka calendar, and it was a lunar calendar created by Ravanan Indran pair. We know that Ravanan was an astronomer, as his title name obviously reveals. Ra plus Vanan, Ravanan. Ravanan means the man of night sky, and hence an astronomer. Proving this inference, Ravana Sanhita, an astrology palm leaf manuscript, possibly a doctored version, is said to have been preserved in Nepal's library. Many won't know a surprising fact that Indian official calendar was a revoked calendar that originated from Ravanan Indran pair, and it is being called by the name of Indra, that is Saka. The original lunar Saka calendar was revoked by Indian astrophysicist called Meghnad Saga as a tropical calendar for the modern India, which starts from vernal equinox on March 22 every year. It's a rare coincidence that Saka calendar was adopted by Meghnad Saga, who bears Indra's name, Meghnad. It is very funny that North India burns effigy of Ravana and Indra as villains every year, while India unapologetically follows their Saka calendar as the official calendar of India. Not only that, even Ashoka Chakra found in Indian flag and Indian emblem are due to Indra. The Ravana effigy burners should have a rethinking. As a summary, Lankan Ravanan's son got his title name Indran as he mastered 5 mystical skills called Aindiram. As he was a Siddha, he was called Indrajit. One of the 5 skills, Lehimam, helped him to rise above the clouds often and forewarn his subjects on the impending storms and rains. Thus, Indrajit, after his nirvana, became the rain god Indra. Indrajit invented wheel for the first time in the history of mankind, and his wheel had 8 spokes, and hence it was named Sakkaram. To preserve the fact that he invented wheel, he was called Sakkaran, that is Saka, as a title name. Invention of wheel led them to develop chariot called Radham and a bullock cart called Vandi. Development of Vandi helped them to expand agriculture, and hence Ravanan's family initiated Pandya dynasty. Buddha's Sakya clan originally migrated to Ganga Delta region from ancient Lanka as agriculturists, and their clan name originated from one of the names of Indran called Saka. As the Sakya clan name originated from Sakkaran, which in turn originated from 8 spokes wheel, Buddha Dharma Chakra too had 8 spokes and it also speaks of eightfold path. As Maya Devi dreamt of white elephant, which is the vehicle of Indran, it proves that Sakya clan is indeed related to Indran, the son of Ravanan. The association of Buddha's birth with white elephant proves the fact that Buddhism is a derivative of Asivagam, the way of life of ancient Tamils. According to Sanskrit Ramayana, Indran is said to have donated his celestial chariot to Rama. But Indrajit was known as Adi Maharadi the world has ever known. This establishes the fact that both Indran and Indrajit were one and the same person, and he was the son of Ravana. It was the Jewish Brahmins who projected Indra as different from Indrajit to destroy the history of Indra, the sky god. If they wanted to destroy the history of any historical personage, they depicted the different aspects of the same personality as different characters and made them to fight against each other through fictional stories they created for this purpose. Sanskrit Ramayana was utilized to destroy the history of Indra by depicting Indra and Indrajit as enemies. According to it, Indra gave his chariot to Rama to fight against Ravana and Indrajit. From this fraudulent and improbable mythology that God Indra gave his celestial chariot to Rama, one shall infer that the outcome of Ramayana war might not be as portrayed in Sanskrit Ramayana. Rama should have indeed lost the war. Rama also does not figure in the 12 zodiacs, which otherwise represented Ravanan, Indran and Kumbhakarnan through Pisces zodiac and Aquarius zodiac.